My name is Lucia Velasco. I currently run the National Observatory on Tech and Society, which is the public space to understand the impact of technology on society. I'm an economist specialized in public policies, and I have a vast experience in the public sector, but also in the private, corporate, and NGO sector as well. I believe that the public space is the one that really is able to transform the reality. Spain right now, it's in a very good spot to run this digital transformation race, because we have in place the digital agenda until 2025. We have a recovery plan with the European funds dedicated in a proportion of 30% to this digital ambitions that we have as a country, and we have somehow recovered this decade that we've lost without a plan previously. However, we have some important challenges that we need to tackle right away, such as digital skills. We have a third of the population without basic digital skills. We cannot afford this. The global talent market is global and we need to be in there. We also have a lack of women in the technology sector and technology specialists, less than 20%, and we need to make sure that we are part of this design of the future working environment. And lastly, we need to focus on creating the employment of the future and the technology-related employment, in which we are quite short, less than 4%. To me, the most important challenge that we need to face is understanding the impact of technology in society, and for that, to understand the gaps that we have, the gaps that are opened by technology at the same time. And for that, we need data. Data is the key element to understand this transition and this revolution that we are in, and to make sure that we are able to design a just transition, because we need a just transition in this digital environment too. Minorities need to be at the heart of this change that we are living. We cannot design a future where somebody is not in it. So we need to be very careful and make sure that we do not design technologies which are excluding parts of the population. And we need to bring to the table, and we need to listen, and we need to make sure that technology works for minorities, and therefore we need to, at the same time, make sure that we have the data regarding these groups. On the women side, I believe that this is the most relevant aspect of the digital revolution, because we cannot design a future where half of the population is not involved in it. And therefore, we need to ensure that women study, work, and communicate the relevance of this digital future. There's no other option. We need to make it equitable, we need to make it fair, we need to make it just, we need to make it work. To me, the role of the public sector is absolutely key, understanding the automation or the future of work, because this is something that's going to happen. And we need to design how we make this transition work for the people. It's again the same reflection as before. We need to make sure this works for the people. And in order to do that, the public sector has a key role to play, because we need to design how we reskill the people, how we make sure that the people can transition from one job to the other, and how we support those who probably won't be able to make it, and those people won't be left behind. To me, the next steps probably will be making sure that we are able to gather the data that allows us to understand what's the digital society of today and what's happening to the Spanish people with regards to technology and to digitalization, to reduce the gaps that we are seeing and the ones that we don't see yet.